Up to 80 centimeters of snow is on the way for parts of Ontario and Quebec, making this one of the most significant winter storms northeastern Canada has experienced in several years. As we move through Sunday, March 15th, the situation across the region is rapidly evolving and weather alerts are expanding. Environment Canada has issued widespread winter storm warnings, many of them classified at the orange alert level, covering well over 100 communities. From Sault Ste. Marie all the way north toward the James Bay coast, this storm system is expected to bring intense snowfall, strong winds, and dangerous travel conditions. Today, we will walk through exactly what is happening right now, where the storm is headed next, and what residents across Ontario and Quebec should expect over the next couple of days as this powerful system moves through the region. Early this morning, across southern and central Ontario, conditions are still relatively calm compared to what is expected later today. Much of southern Ontario is currently under special weather statements issued overnight by Environment Canada. These statements cover major population centres, including the Greater Toronto Area, Hamilton, Barrie, Kitchener, Waterloo, and Peterborough. At the moment, travel conditions in places like Toronto and Mississauga remain manageable, but the calm conditions will not last long. Snow is expected to begin pushing into southwestern Ontario first, before gradually spreading northward and eastward through the day. By mid-morning, communities such as Brantford, Woodstock, and Stratford could begin seeing the first flurries as the leading edge of the system arrives. As snowfall intensifies later in the afternoon and evening, the busy Highway 401 corridor could quickly become slick and hazardous, so anyone planning travel today should be prepared for rapidly deteriorating road conditions. Across southern Ontario overall, snowfall totals are expected to fall in the range of 2 to 8 centimeters. While those numbers may not sound particularly dramatic, several factors will make this system more disruptive than the snowfall totals alone might suggest. Strong easterly winds are expected to develop throughout the region, with gusts reaching up to 70 kilometers per hour. Those winds will produce blowing snow and significantly reduced visibility, especially in open areas and along major highways. Even small accumulations can become dangerous when strong winds begin drifting snow across roadways. In addition, areas closer to Lake Ontario face the added risk of freezing rain mixing into the system. Ice accumulations of 1 to 2 millimeters are possible in some locations, which can create extremely slippery sidewalks, parking lots, and untreated road surfaces. The good news for southern Ontario is that the system will move through relatively quickly. Snowfall is expected to taper off from south to north during Sunday evening, meaning communities such as Brantford and Hamilton should see improving conditions before areas farther north like Barrie. However, gusty winds may linger through Sunday night and even into Monday morning across parts of central Ontario. The real focus of this storm shifts northward into northeastern Ontario, where the most severe impacts are expected. A large portion of northern and northeastern Ontario is currently under orange winter storm warnings, with forecasters describing the impacts as high to extreme. The corridor stretching from the Lake Superior Provincial Park region northeast toward Kirkland Lake is expected to experience the most intense part of this storm. In this zone, total snowfall accumulations could reach an incredible 40 to 80 centimeters before the system finally moves out. Those kinds of totals are enough to cause serious disruptions across communities and transportation networks. Heavy snowfall combined with powerful winds gusting between 70 and 80 kilometers per hour will create near zero visibility at times, making travel extremely dangerous or even impossible. Environment Canada has warned that conditions could deteriorate so quickly that motorists may become stranded if they attempt to travel during the worst part of the storm. Another serious concern in the hardest hit areas is the weight of the snow itself. When accumulations approach 80 centimeters, the load placed on rooftops becomes significant, especially on older structures or buildings with flat roofs. Local officials are urging residents to remain cautious and to avoid unnecessary outdoor activity during the height of the storm. Snow may occasionally mix with freezing rain or ice pellets in certain areas, which could slightly reduce snowfall totals, but would introduce additional hazards related to ice buildup. Farther east and north across northeastern Ontario, communities including Greater Sudbury, North Bay, Timmins, Kapuskasing, and Moosonee are also facing major winter weather impacts. These areas are forecast to receive between 20 and 40 centimeters of snow, along with the same powerful wind gusts approaching 80 kilometers per hour. Blowing snow and whiteout conditions could affect major highways, including Highway 11 and Highway 17, two of the region's most important transportation routes. Temporary road closures are possible if visibility drops too low for safe travel. In addition, prolonged power outages are considered a real possibility due to the combination of heavy snow, strong winds, and potential ice accumulation on power lines. Residents are strongly encouraged to prepare emergency kits that include flashlights, batteries, warm blankets, extra food, and enough water to last for several days in case utilities are disrupted. There is also a specific corridor within northeastern Ontario where freezing rain may become a major factor. Areas stretching roughly from Sault Ste. Marie toward Kirkland Lake could experience 10 to 20 centimeters of snow and ice pellets, followed by 6 to 12 millimeters of freezing rain late Sunday night into Monday morning. 12 millimeters of ice is substantial and could bring down tree branches and power lines. In some communities, temperatures may briefly rise above freezing Monday morning, causing precipitation to change to rain before colder air returns and snow resumes. Highways including the 101, 11, and 17 may all see severe travel disruptions in this mixed precipitation zone. While the storm intensifies across Ontario, conditions are also expected to deteriorate across Quebec. Environment Canada has issued dozens of weather alerts throughout the province, including numerous orange winter storm warnings. Communities across Abitibi and northern Quebec, including Rouyn-Noranda, Val-d'Or, Amos, and La Sarre, are expected to receive between 20 and 40 centimeters of snowfall as the system arrives Sunday evening and continues through Tuesday. Similar to Ontario, snowfall may transition to ice pellets or freezing rain in certain areas during the storm's peak. Northern Quebec will also face strong winds and blowing snow that could make travel extremely difficult. Farther north along the James Bay coast, winter storm watches remain in place for communities such as Waskaganish and East Main, where 15 to 20 centimeters of snow combined with winds gusting near 70 kilometers per hour could produce severe drifting snow. Coastal exposure along James Bay tends to amplify blowing snow conditions, which can quickly reduce visibility to near zero. Once the storm system finally exits the region, another serious weather hazard will move in behind it. A powerful blast of Arctic air is expected to surge into northern Quebec Tuesday night and Wednesday morning. Forecast wind chill values could drop between -38 and -45 degrees Celsius in some areas. At those temperatures, exposed skin can develop frostbite in only a few minutes, making outdoor activity extremely dangerous. Looking ahead to the extended forecast, southern Ontario should begin seeing gradual improvement on Monday after a messy end to the weekend. Some areas may briefly transition to rain before temperatures fall again and snow returns, which could create icy conditions on untreated surfaces. By Tuesday, skies should begin clearing and temperatures will settle closer to seasonal norms. Northeastern Ontario, however, will likely need several days to fully recover from this storm due to the enormous snowfall totals expected. Snow removal operations and road clearing could continue well into the middle of the week. Across Quebec, the storm will slowly wind down by Tuesday afternoon, with improving conditions on Wednesday, although the arrival of extreme cold will create additional challenges for northern communities. Forecasters currently report high confidence in this storm system, meaning weather models strongly agree on its development and overall track. While the exact boundary between snow and freezing rain could shift slightly, the message remains the same for residents across northeastern Ontario and northern Quebec. This will be a powerful and dangerous winter storm, and taking precautions ahead of time could make a critical difference in staying safe.